Good morning everybody, or good afternoon if you're watching it later. Welcome to day 8 and 9 of Vlogmas together. So I didn't pop out of Vlogmas yesterday. That sounds weird, you know what I mean. For reasons that will become a bit more obvious as I went through. I'm feeling a little bit more upbeat about things today than I was yesterday. I've had a good sleep. You'll understand the meaning of that later. So, I've got a few Advent days because I totally forgot on Saturday, which was day 7. So I haven't recorded it with my fancy music and all that because I just thought I'd show you what I've got. So day 7 for my Liberty calendar is a BB fragrance. I've smelt this already because I'd already kind of done this bit to share with you in Manchester. So where's the bit? Oh, that's nice. It's quite like a musky fragrance. It's really nice. These are quite expensive, so the ones I wouldn't normally buy, but the great little handbag sizes. Don't know how many mils is in that, but they're usually like £120 for 100 mils, and you maybe get 10. That's quite a decent sized bottle, so that's nice. And in my glossy box, I always get it wrong. It's by Glow Hub, which is a brand I've not used before. But it's a blusher stick. I do quite like a blusher stick. I'm having a complete no makeup day today. I've been in the shower, just done my skincare and everything. So it comes like this. You pop it up. I don't know, pinched this is called, and I usually just dab it on, and then I use a soft brush on my fingers and just sort of buff it out, but I'm not going to put any today. So usually when you put them on your hand you think, oh my goodness, that looks really bright, but actually once you sort of blend it in, you can see there with just a little blend how nice that is. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, I've not actually tried it yet, but that is spot on for my colour, so I'm really pleased with that. Nice to try that brand. I know a couple of you have said that you miss my beauty and lifestyle channel, and I'm torn because I just didn't have the time to do it when I was working. I'm still working, but not the hours that I was doing, but I'm not sure if I kind of want to bring it back. So I hope you don't mind me sharing this stuff. So day 8 from Liberty is a really good full-size good jeans from Sunday Riley. I do like the Sunday Riley brand. I've had this in a smaller sample. So this is a glycolic acid treatment. So if you like an exfoliant but not as harsh, or if you want to use a retinol but you're worried about the harshness, this is a good alternative. If you're in America, it's not glycolic acid, it might, I'm going to say lactic acid, but I think I'm wrong. But it's a slightly different one. That's obviously just about, ingredients and things. So you just apply this. I would start with it. I won't go through the whole thing, but apply to a clean skin as an exfoliating serum morning and night. But I would start with it a little bit more gently with that. And the sunshine has just arrived. We like the sunshine after Storm Dara. So I think that's probably worth about £70, that one there. And then I got another fragrance, which I did take to Manchester, and it's a Sentier Parisian Embrace, and everybody had seen doing the unboxings of these way back in August and September. Was like, oh, I love that. So you've heard me say about my skin sensitivity, so I might try this one. And I need to try it here rather than my neck, because if I react, this is the area that I react in. But this is lovely. Oh, so nice. So Sentier Parisian Embrace, really, really nice. I love that one. And one more day to go, and then we're up to date, guys. So for day 9, I've taken these out for our friend's daughter would do a gift for at Christmas, and the last few years she's a teenager now, so I've put kind of all different bits together, and then I just like beauty and skincare and all that makeup and things, but appropriate for her age. Like I don't stick big false lashes in it or anything. So I keep all these fluffy bits and buy a nice box and put all of that in there, and we give that to her at Christmas. And we've done that for the last few years. Just thought I'd share that with you. It's a nice way to do a gift for somebody, I think. So there are 2 things in this one. We've got a Trish McAvoy Intense Gel Eyeliner in black, which has a sponge at one end for blending, and let me just It's quite a nice stroke, actually. I'm not an eyeliner gal. I used to be. I used to do all the big flick and all of that. So I'm thinking, she's not in, but I might wrap that and put that in an Ira's stocking because I think she might use that. That's about maybe £23 the value of that. And then there's a Surratt blush in there as well. So I've done well for blush in the last few days, which is this one just here. The packaging's a bit weird. Everybody sort of said that. The colour of this is Ponchu Artistic Blush, it says, but it just slides up like that. It's not very secure or fancy packaged considering it's worth quite a bit. But I won't swatch that one as well, but that's that one. This is quite a bit, isn't it? And then day 9 in my other calendar is now I've not used this before, but a lot of people were really excited about it, and it's Swede Pro Lash Lift Mascara. Now I'm not going to open this because I'm at the end of a Sculpted by Amy mascara. I've got a Dior sample mascara because Naira's friend works for Dior. We popped in to see him and we got one of those, and I've got another little one which is like quite light for days like this, I guess. So I'm just going to keep this one back. I absolutely love the Sculpted by Amy. It's called My Mascara because she's just done another one called Lash Lift or something. But My Mascara, it is the best mascara I have ever had. I got it in last year's advent calendar. I know some of the beauty vloggers have mentioned it. And I know Naira's got me another one for Christmas, so I'm not going to open this one to see what the one's like or anything like that. So yeah, that's me all up to date. They'll go into my little stash. Oops, into my little stash. So, what have we been up to since I last saw you? We were at Manchester, obviously, and Saturday we met up with everybody and we went off to the O Arena for Pete Tong. Obviously, the weather was horrendous, but nevertheless, we had the best night. I think Carl and I saw it about 3 or 4 times pre-lockdown. So I think we've seen the actual show. So for anybody who doesn't know, I think most people will know Pete Tong, massive, huge DJ in the world for a very long time. But he does this Ibiza classic show. It was the first one. It started on BBC Proms. And so all the old school tunes and then newer ones, and there's guest singers come on, the orchestra's really involved, the composers, conductor's really great, and the atmosphere honestly is just electric. We usually go standing, but everybody who's seated is up, and it's always pre-Christmas, so it's a great atmosphere. So I did share a clip on Instagram, but I'm going to add that clip at the end of the vlog. If it's not there, it's because YouTube won't let me share it. It's only a small one. I struggled to kind of get a clip with where we were stood and stuff the other night, and actually I go to watch it, not to record it. So hopefully you can see that. So that was a great night. Then off we went. We just went straight back to the hotel. It was around the corner, a Travelodge, and yeah, off we went up to bed. So this happened. Now I'm going to turn the sound off on this because if my dog was listening to this, she would go nuts and be traumatised. But this happened, so I'll put it on without sound. Basically, some scroats had swiped some fireworks, and when I'm talking fireworks, they were like big boxes. So we were on the 6th floor and we could see them carrying it out. So this is like main road in Manchester city centre, just at the side of the road, letting off these huge fireworks. Honestly, it went on and on and on. So we got to sleep maybe about 11:30. This happened just after 12. You'll understand the context because there's another bit to the story. This is why I didn't do it yesterday, because I had an extreme lack of sleep. And yeah. So yeah, that all died down. We were treated to a fabulous firework display. And then at 2 AM, if you've not seen my Instagram stories, the fire alarm went off. So obviously treated very seriously. You're up out of bed. Carl was kind of trying to come round, and anyway, we were up straight down the stairs. Well, we would have been straight down the stairs, but we couldn't get past floor 2 because, well, we didn't know why at the time. Anyway, it started to move eventually, but it's quite scary because obviously you don't know if it's a real fire or not. And then weirdly people started coming up saying it's a false alarm, but we were like, no, the alarm's ringing. The alarm rang for 40 minutes at 2 AM to 2:40. And we were downstairs. We realised we couldn't get downstairs because the staff were just absolutely shocking. There's a massive training need. I've put a big complaint in. I used to be site manager when I was night sister, so if there was any sort of fire, they were usually, to be fair, it was usually in the doctor's residence or the nurse's home, and obviously it was like evacuate everybody, get them out of the building, keep them out of the building, wait for the fire brigade to arrive, nobody re-enters until they tell you to. Well, apparently not in a travel lodge. As we came out of the bottom of the stairs, there were people singing and dancing in the bar that's part of the hotel. It was just absolute chaos. There was no fire marshal, there was no nothing, honestly. I will not ever stay there again. And then the security guard was telling the people next to us it was a false alarm. Somebody set it off in the bar in the toilets. It's okay to go upstairs. So they were encouraging people to go back upstairs, which now I think, why did I do that? But they were giving people new key cards for the rooms, obviously, and stuff. So we went back up 6 floors, and I'm still struggling with my breathing after the virus, so you can imagine. And we got up there, looked out the window to see the receptionist now had a neon jacket on and was at the car hire company that was next door, beginning to develop an assembly point. This is about 20 minutes after the alarm went off, and I just said to Carl, I don't like this. I don't think there's an actual fire, but I think we should get downstairs and out till we know what's going on. So that's what we did. I know it's a long story, but you know, you need to know all of the facts. So then we were outside of the building. We were actually outside of the window that was in front of the bar. There's still loads of people in the bar. There's some bloke randomly helping himself to drinks behind the bar because the barman had, don't know where he'd gone. Then there was no fire engine had come by at this point. Now I was saying to Carl, this is all very bizarre. Like, even if it's a false alarm, they usually come tell you it's, you know, it's safe to turn it off, because we, even if we knew something was a false alarm, we couldn't turn it off. And I think after 30 minutes, I think a member of the public had actually called them. I mean, everybody was less impressed, you can imagine. They went in at the same time the police arrived, because this guy who was serving drinks had basically assaulted one of the security men. Honestly, you couldn't write it, could you? I know this is nothing to do with Son, but this is Vlogmas. This is what happened. So eventually, as the fireman came out, I said to one of them, is it now safe to go in? Because the alarm had stopped. And he went, yeah, you're fine. Go back up to your room. So that was 20 to 3. Obviously, it took me till about 4 a.m. to go to sleep. Carl, very similar, and then he was up earlier than me, and we just left. We left by about 9 and set off to come home. It was like, by the time we charged the car up on the way home, it's like about a 3.5 hour journey. So to say that I was knackered, and Carl was yesterday. And then what did I do with the first services that we stopped at to get a bacon bun for breakfast and a coffee? I chucked half a latte down myself. So we had to rummage in the case and get changed. So I was just really glad yesterday that we got home, that we're in one piece, and I'm extremely grateful that it wasn't an actual real fire, etc., and that everybody in that building was all right. So I hope that hasn't traumatised anybody, but that's what happened. So yesterday we just went to see Carl's mum, went and picked up some stuff from work because I had a colleague covering on Saturday and I still had some stuff to do for that. And then we just chilled and watched TV. Weirdly, we watched 24 Hours in Police Custody, a few ones of those. I think it was just, you know, we were having a bit of an emergency services weekend. So yeah, I lost a nail in the process. Well, I didn't lose it, I chipped the end, so I've took that off. I'm going to redo that today. Just one of my red ones with gel. And I wanted to say thank you because some lovely people have bought me coffees in November, so I wanted to do a little roundup of those. So to Michelle, Libby and Dawn and Geordie Sonbird, but I don't know your name, and I should do. You won the machine last year. Thank you so much. And I had a couple, they came through to me as anonymous coffees as well. So thank you to everybody. It's not expected, but it's always appreciated. So thank you so much. So what's planned for today? My daughter is home at the moment. She's working here and heading back to the Mediterranean for the yachting season in, I don't know, April or May she'll go. So she's off work for 3 days now. So she's gone to hot pod yoga. We've had a coffee downstairs this morning. And we're going to just snuggle up on the blankets and watch Jamie Oliver's Christmas special. The first one of those was on last night. Yeah, we'll probably just have a Christmassy TV sort of day. The only Son related thing I want to do today is, remember this, I shared it with you a few days ago that I'd extended the bottom, but it's too long and it looks a bit odd. So I'm just going to take it off here, leave the bottom bit, I think, shorten it. So I'll just rotary cutter it and then rejoin it on. I could have just doubled the pink over in the first place. It needs to be about that thickness. It just looks a bit bizarre. And I know it's just in the house, but every time I put it on, I just feel like it looks bizarre. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to do some cutting out because I need to clear my advent calendars to do that. And then Wednesday, I'm off out with some lovely ladies. So I'll tell you more about that then. Yeah, still got a few things going on this week, so a bit of sewing time coming up over the rest of the week. And we're at Sleigh Fever, the 3 till 8 p.m. disco on Saturday with a few girly friends. And then that's the end of my Christmassy things. I will be honest, I did take a lipstick from my advent calendar at the weekend because I knew it had sparkle in, and an eyeshadow that's really nice that's liquid with sparkle in, so I've kind of used them and then put them back in, which is really naughty, I know, but I just thought, I think they're both maybe on the 20th, and by the time it gets to the 20th I don't have any more Christmas sort of events, and I thought, well, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to really kind of need to use them, so yeah. So just when I open them, I won't pretend, I won't lie, but you'll be kind of going, you've already used them, Alison. But hey ho. So I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I hope it's been less dramatic than ours was. I don't really like drama in my life. And if I told you about it yesterday, I'd have been like a grumpy person because, yeah, the look yesterday was like, where... You know, not that I'm laughing at it, but I can see it, you know, I can put a bit more humour into it today. So that is day 9 wrapped. Whatever you're doing, have a gorgeous day, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Bye for now.